The Uncle Toms. How can I make 30 videos without touching grounds on the Uncle Tom Negro? Well, this video is right here is called Why Do Black People Hate the Uncle Tom? Well, it's not really the Uncle Tom no more. It's really more or less called the Get Along Negro or the Get Along Black Person. I'm speaking to you, Mr. and Mrs. Get Along Black Person. I'm going to tell you why black people like us don't like you. And I think this is something you might really want to know, because I see some videos on YouTube where black people is like, what's wrong? Why people have a problem because I want to get along with everybody? Why do people have a problem because I just want to be nice to everybody? Why do people have a problem because I just don't think like them? I just don't think like most black people think. Well, I'm about to answer your question. This is the reason why black people like me don't like get along black people like you. It's because you make it hard for us, black people that want to hold on to our culture. You make it hard for black people like us to hold ourselves to a standard of resistance. You make it hard for black people like us because America, once they meet you, once you start getting along and once you start trying to be the Mr. Nice black person, they start to think that we all should act like that. See, that's why we don't like you. Because when you start kissing butt, they expect us to kiss butt. See, and they get to looking at us like, why don't you act like these black people? Why don't you act like these good Negroes? They don't cause us no trouble. They let us get along. Well, excuse me, I misspoke. They let us get away with all the wicked things we do. They're okay with it. Why aren't you okay with it? Why don't you just accept the lies and the deceit and the fact that we took your language and the fact that we took your history and the fact that we just want to Americanize the hell out you to the point where you don't even know who in the hell you are anymore? Why don't you just accept that like these good black people over here? That's why black people like us don't like black people like you, because they start expecting us to be more like you are, and you become so much like them that you start to sound like them. You get on here and say, oh, I'm a black person and I think you're racist. I'm a black person and I think you're a black racist. See, you sound like them. You sound like them. That's why we don't like you. Because you act like them, talk like them, your morals become like them, your thoughts and everything about you, the way you live your life and your theories and your thoughts and your theologies become just like them. Even though you're black, you have American opinion now. And that's why black people like me don't like black people like you. This is the reason why we don't like Uncle Toms. Because you are willing to accept garbage. They put garbage on a plate and feed it to you, and you're willing to eat it. They take lies and deceit and deception and they feed it to you and you eat it. They poop in your plate and you eat it. That's why We don't like people like you. But you know what I wish? I do wish there could be a dialogue between culturalistic black people and non-culturalistic black people. Because I think that some of you black people out there, you get along black people, need to understand our perspective and where we're coming from. We're not racist. We're just telling the truth. Is it a lie that they killed off the Indians? No. Is it a lie that they put us in slavery? No. And you would say, well, people didn't do that. This 2012. I know people that wasn't even around when slavery were here. You got to understand there's called a law called guilty by association. But even though they wasn't around, one thing you can't say, get along black person, is that they're not benefiting from slavery. If you go rob a bank and you bring back the money and I help you spend it, isn't I am just as guilty as a person that went and robbed the bank? I'm spending the money too. So this is where I look at it. All of the companies, Sears and J.C. Penney's and all these companies that arrived from slavery and their children that are benefiting from this might as well been slave masters because they're benefiting from the robbery. Because they robbed us of our labor. So if you're spending money from your dad or grandpa or grandparents, great grandparents, and that money is trickling down to you and you are becoming or you're prospering from this money that came down from generations of slavery, then you're no better than the slave master great grandfathers because you are part of the robbery. If you spend the money that somebody else robbed, you have become part of the robbery. You're guilty by association. Quite clever, isn't it? I abolish your whole argument. So this is the reason why we are suspect of you get along black people, because you make it hard for us people that want to fight for the truth. And there's nothing wrong with fighting for the truth. Weak people lay down. The get along Negro is the weak black person. If you guys were running things in the times of civil rights, we would never have no rights today. Because you was willing to compromise. You was willing to sell out. You was willing to say, hey, just let them have the things they want and let them just dominate and just let them have it the way they want it to be. If it was left up to you get along Negroes, we would have no rights. If it wasn't for militant people that you would call militant haters, like Black Panthers and Nation of Islam, and people like that, Nation of Islam, we would be probably still on a plantation. That's why we don't like Negroes like you, because you remind us of the get along Negroes that would have still had us stuck in slavery, sitting on the master's porch saying, yes, master, everything is going to be okay. You can run us and you can do what you please. That's why we don't like you. That's why we can't stand you, get along Negroes. Because you make it hard for people like us that want to stand up for what's right. That want to stand up for what happened to us and want somebody held accountable for it. Because America never paid their prices. They go to other countries and hang other people's presidents and say, this is a war crime. Well, what about your war crime, America? Who's going to hang you? If you can go to other countries and make people pay for the stuff they did against their citizens, oh, they're over there bombing up their citizens. They're killing their citizens. Well, let's go over here and take down this dictator. Well, who's going to take down your dictatorship, America? What about what you did to your civilians and your people? Why ain't you being charged with war crimes? See, this is the reason why we don't like you, Giro. Excuse me. Oh, I just want to grab this mic and throw it on the other side of the world. Because get along, Negroes. You are the worstest thing that ever happened to black people. You are the cancer that we can't get rid of because you keep eating at the movement. You are eating a hole in the bottom of the movement and you don't even know it. You make it hard for us black people that want to be black, that recognize ourselves to be black and don't want to lay down nothing. We want justice. And that's just the way it is. And we're never going to get along with each other, and we're probably never going to see eye to eye because you don't understand that you are weak. You are weak. Getting along with a people that don't care nothing about you is spelled W-E-A-K. Weak. And that's why real black people, we just don't get along with get along Negroes. And it's a whole lot of them on YouTube. Oh, it's wow. I never knew it was that many Uncle Toms and get along Negroes in my life. And oh yeah, I got another bone to pick with you get along Negroes. You're on this new bandwagon called black people being racist. And you're throwing gasoline on that fire, knowing damn well black people ain't racist. Black people just remember. And because we don't trust it, we're racist. It's you. You get along Negroes that's fueling this. But your time is coming to an end. And that's the reason why I'm exposing you in this video. And I'm breaking down all the cracks and crevices of your argument that you have towards real black people. Because I watch you on YouTube with your videos talking about, yeah, I'm black, but I think, man, the Black Panthers are just another race group. Just because they fight for what's right. And I just hope you get along Negroes will wake up and understand why we continue to fight. And understand that we're not going to lay down nothing. And understand that we want justice. And we are not going to go out like you. We're not going to take the easy route. We're not going to take the easy road. We're not going to sell we're not going to sell out like you and be weak. We're just not going to do it. But this video is most definitely probably one of my most, I would say, intimate videos that I ever made because this is a passion of mine. And a video that I always wanted to make and express about you get along Negroes. And now you know why real black people don't like you. Peace.